Oh yeah, oh yeah. What's going on, everybody? How is everybody? It's nighttime. That's right. No morning mug. It's like the nighttime chug. Whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I know this is very impromptu. Just sort of posted this. It's on a whim, so if anybody's here, that's pretty awesome. I appreciate it. I was gonna just edit this as a video, but I thought, why not interact with you guys, find out what you think of some of these movies that I'm gonna be ranking in this tier. I couldn't believe I pulled off 31 exactly for this thing. So let's give it a go. I know I'm going to shock some of you, going to irritate some of you. Some of you be like, all right, that's a good call. But, that's what these lists do. They get people all riled up. So let's see, we're going to rile up tonight. Van Gogh is here. What's good, bud? See here, Collector Movie Man. Sweet. Look at these. Like, I know it's late night. So, Tiana, Adrian James. All right, hang on. Adrian, what do we got, buddy? Hang on. Where are you at? We are 2 in the morning? It's 2 in the morning with you? Good heavens. We will talk about them with you. Thanks, man. Please do. Please do. What's up, Movie Hunter? Nikki, what is good, man? Evening hug. All right, look, I know this is a small but mighty group. Just everybody slap that like button. I don't know if there's any likes yet. It's 11 watching. Let's get 11 likes. Why not? Let's do it. Because we're just going to have fun tonight. The spirit is among us. The Halloween spirit is here. Tomorrow night's Halloween. All super excited about that. So yeah, gonna have a little Halloween party get together where our kids go out on probably their last trick or treat, but it's gonna be worth it. He says, got 5 likes so far. Let's get it up to 11, y'all. Let's even Steven likes views. Let's go. But yeah, let me show you what I've tackled. Yeah, and happy Halloween to you, my friend. What I've tackled for this so far. Let me get the right. I did a new setup for this one. Let's go. Right. Nope. There we go. All right, Van Gogh, let's pull you up there. So this is going to do it right here. Like checky check. So how do I look and sound? I hope pretty good. Let me listen to my mug here. Like checky check. All right. Sweet. So this is the tier maker. Now I've laid all the posters in. I didn't pre-do this to get a vibe of where everything is going to go. I want it to just be sort of like organic, and where they fall. I'll talk it out with y'all and see what you think. See if my choices are good. So let's just get cracking, man. We're a couple of minutes in. A lot of people here. I'm very happy about that. So we're just going to go. I think the posters just sort of pulled themselves in alphabetically. So these aren't in the order I've watched them, but let's get to it. As you can see on my tier master, I like to relabel things so they have a fun, verbiage. Of course, the top one's going to be masterpiece. The next one is just awesome. It's an awesome movie. It's almost masterpiece, but it's awesome. The third one is solid. It's a solid movie. Not bad. Had a good time. The fourth one is good rental. It was a good rental, and that's cool. I'm glad I rented it. And then the last one is just one-time watch. I'm trying to keep things positive, so I'm not saying this sucks or it's in the bottom of the barrel. It's just one-time watch, and that pretty much means this isn't for me. Or it was just not so good. But we'll keep it as one-time watch, right? To keep it in that positive atmosphere. So let's do it. Now, before we go, let's see. Thank you for the happy Halloween. It's right over my face. Oh, what's going on, y'all? And then I'm doing the Dark Knight trilogy back to back. Oh, nice. I love doing those sort of things. It's very fun. All right, let's get to it now. The first up is Abigail. Now, Abigail, I did as a watch along with Luke Ponto and some buds there. And so this one, here's the thing. This one has room to grow, because if you've done a watch along, it's really hard to hear. Everyone's talking because I think Luke had seen it. I don't know if everyone had seen it, but I hadn't seen it. So I was really trying to listen to the dialogue, but then also interact with Luke and stuff. So from what I saw and could hear, this is definitely a solid movie. I have a good feeling I'm going to rewatch it because it was great. It was great. You know what? I'm going to even put it into awesome. I'm going to do it in awesome. Now, whether it can be bumped up to a masterpiece, I don't know, or it'll just remain nice and solid. Also, on this, guys, this is the fun part. it covers the gamut. We have some here that are like just super gore fest. We have some light family comedies, just the works here. So once this is all done, we're going to put everything on a line, and then we'll order that line and we'll see what comes out. Now, next up, speaking of family fun, is The Addams Family. I love this movie. It was pitch perfect. I watched it last night. It was super funny. The 4K looks freaking amazing, y'all. So good. When Wednesday and Pugsley are having the play and they're cutting each other's arms off and blood is hitting the, oh my God, it is still laugh out loud funny. And it's a masterpiece for me. I friggin' love Addams Family. I think it's an exquisite chef's kiss cast. Can't be beat. So dang good. So yeah, top of the line. Next up is Beetlejuice. Now, not Beetlejuice, because I saw that during the summer. I watched Beetlejuice a couple of weekends ago with some friends. So that falls into, the spooky time here. So where do we put Beetlejuice? Is it a masterpiece or is it just awesome? I'm gonna say Beetlejuice is awesome. It's awesome. I'm not sure if it's masterpiece, but it's close. It's close. I can be swayed. Maybe I'll push it up, but it's so good. Now here's one that I also saw last night. I was like binging last night. I've never seen Mel Brooks Dracula Dead and Loving It. And Adrian, was that you that had said? Somebody, it was either you or I forget. Somebody had mentioned to watch Dracula Dead and Loving It. Maybe it was Holland. And I'm like, I have the movie, but I haven't watched it. So I pulled that off, cracked it open. I knew that was going to be one. And man, I tell you, I laughed out loud so many times on that movie. I'm going to slap it into solid right now. It's a very solid movie. So good. But like these top three tiers are like worth owning. Masterpiece, awesome, solid. The bottom two, maybe if I own something and it gets to that bottom area, maybe it's time to purge that title. But now just watched today, just hours ago, first time, and most of these are all first time watches except for some of these old classics like Addams Family and Beetlejuice. But Drag Me to Hell, I've been wanting to see this, and boy, does it have all that Raimi goodness flying through this movie, right? There's a lot of sort of similar movies that I watched here that also feel like other movies. Drag Me to Hell gets a little bit like Final Destination. Oh wait, sorry. Hang on, not that one. Is it that one? No, not that one. No, sorry. I started to mix up all my horror movies. But yeah, so but a little bit. So she's cursed and she passes it on, and there are ways to break the curse. There's a little bit of these. You have a curse and you have to break it kind of things. But super creepy imagery, good jump scares. This one's definitely solid. Definitely solid. Duel. I'm counting Duel, y'all, because it is sort of a suspense thriller. And he is being chased by this behemoth 18-wheeler, y'all. Ooh, you never see the face. Like, literally, the villain is the truck, which is kind of cool. And Dennis Weaver does such a good job looking all spookified, y'all. So he does a great job. So I'm gonna put Duel in solid as well. Very solid. All right. Now, before we get going, I see we got some new faces that are just jumping in here right away. That's great. Let's see. Prince, what up, dog? Say happy Halloween. Hang on, I'll do this. You can say what up, y'all. I'll be right over this stuff. Here. Well, I'll just do this while I'm reading. Happy Halloween. Loves Addams Family. Nice. I need to get the Addams Family. Haven't seen it in so long. Oh, dude, it's just. I mean, I don't know if you liked it when you first saw it, but I loved it. Addams Family is so good. I mean, I get it. I get that there's I saw some when I went to Letterbox, a lot of people kind of their complaints were, "Oh, I get it. They're offbeat family, and every joke is about them being offbeat." I'm like, well, yeah, that's not a bad thing. That's why it's funny. That's why those jokes are there. So, all right, Tiana, top of the line. All right, screw it. You convinced me. Done. There it is. It's top of the line. See, that's why I got you guys here to help me. I mean, come on. How can I not do it? I might watch Beetlejuice tomorrow. I'm with you on Beetlejuice. See, you're with me. See, and I moved it. See, you're with me, so maybe I should move it back. See what? Beetlejuice is a masterpiece. All right, Van Gogh, we might lose this one. Dracula 10 loving it is so funny. Like, so this is a great scene, y'all. I gotta just tell you. So Leslie Nielsen plays Dracula, and he's like, trying to hypnotize Mina, and he's like, "Come to the window," and then the maid stands up at the same time as her. And he goes, "No, you sit down." And they don't know who you is, so they both sit down. He goes, "No, you stand up, you stay." And then they're both doing this, "Come to the door," and then they both slam into each other, fall back down. It's just like all the tropes on Dracula that are played for laughs so well. Um, yeah, so good. Tony, what up, man? Hey, man, good to see you here, dude. We're just gonna do all my horror holiday movies. I'll be right back. Well, I'll be right here saying, "Hey, oh, Bonnie, hello, darling. Welcome. Good to see you here." Boom. I'm just gonna scan real quick, see if anybody's yeah, because I moved it. What's your favorite Halloween snack? Candy Hut. Oh, dude, my favorite. Well, you're saying favorite Halloween snack. I mean, that kind of bends towards, candy corn, but that's not really my favorite. Like Halloween snack. I'm more of a I like the Snickers, man. I'm an OG dude. I like the chocolate with the peanuts and the caramel. I like all those things in there with it. Yeah, something like that, or Baby Ruth, as long as it's like peanuts, caramel, and chocolate combo of any sorts, I'm all in. I'm good stuff. Saying hey to Mom Blu-ray. You like small chocolate bars, huh? Nice. What's everybody like? Y'all tell me your favorite candies and stuff too. But here, while we're at it, let's get back to it. All right, so next up is, what is this thing? Let me just pop it on here so I can see it. Can I see it? Oh, okay. So this movie is Freddy versus Jason. I watched you may see at the bottom, all the Nightmare on Elm Street things are down here. I did it on Mega Mike, the Movie Man's channel. We ranked all of those. So I'm not going to lie. This is a freaking masterpiece. Y'all, I love this movie. It's everything. It's like the best of the best. If you have not rewatched it in a while, give it a look. Like, it tells enough backstory. It's the perfect standalone movie. Like, it tells you a little bit about why Freddy is Freddy and who he is. Same thing with Jason. I love the fact that people have forgotten who Freddy is, right? And Freddy needs to get the scares back. People need to be afraid of him again. So he resurrects Jason to create fear and kill people, and so that they'll get those fear back. And then he can swoop in now that people are scared again and make his dominance known. But the big guy's taking all the glory and no one's paying attention to him. And then so that's when they start going at it. I just freaking love this movie. I think they have a budget on this film that didn't exist on pretty much any of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So the kills are pretty spectacular. The action is amped up, photography, all that's really good. Now, that's not to belittle any of the other ones because we're going to get to those shortly. House of Wax, I just saw. House of Wax was really good. Paris Hilton, well done. Or the director managed to get all those good clips for her being really good and put those in the movie. Because if you watch some of the behind the scenes stuff, Paris Hilton's going, and then she breaks character so quick. But in the movie, she's really good. So where would I put this? I'm gonna go solid. That's a pretty solid movie. I freaking like that movie a lot. I've been wanting to see that. I found the Blu-ray like at a secondhand thrift shop for a few bucks, like $3 or $4, and it's like chef's kiss, man. I was so happy about that. Now I do think it takes a long time to get going. It's almost 50 minutes before they these kids, they got to go camping and then they get lost and they go to this town and then it's about almost an hour before anything kicks in. Whereas a lot of these other ones, they just get to it. Like once Abigail gets going, forget it. So yeah, I'm going to put that at solid. If it had a tighter opening, so maybe half hour, we're in the stuff, I think that would be in the awesome mode. But the ending is really great. If y'all haven't seen House of Wax, it's super good. Next up, so sorry. Mika, I don't know if my twins are here, but they're always talking about It Follows. And I finally saw It Follows. You know what? I'm going to put It Follows in the awesome one. I don't know if y'all can see that as It Follows if you go big screen and all that. But It was good. It was good. It's a little bit this is what I meant when I said earlier, Final Destination like. So it's like evil gets passed on and you don't really know what the origin is, and there's certain ways you can break the curse or that you can just pass it on to somebody else. So it's not a fresh, and that also gets repeated into two other movies I'm going to talk about big time. But I just liked it. I liked the vibe of it. I thought it was really good. I was late to the game, but I liked it. Now, Mel, I don't know if my girl Mel is here, but I also thoroughly enjoyed Lisa Frankenstein. We're going to put that in the solid, man. That was a solid movie. It was very funny. Again, we got the gamut. We got some gross. We got some gore. We got some comedies. And Diablo Cody, pardon me, is the writer of that. And you can see it all over this movie. Yeah. This girl resurrects some dude, brings him back to life. Now, you think at first it's to be the boyfriend, but not really at first. So it's a cute love story that you have to, you have to make your love, I guess. All right, before we keep going, Mega Mike is here. What up, big boy? Hang on, let me flip over here. There you go. Hope everyone's having a great night. Yes, man. You like Payday as your candy bar? That's a good one, man. Saying, hey, Mike, yes, enjoying the night. Oh, dang right, son. It's a masterpiece, right, Mike? We know what's up. We know that thing should have been number one. You haven't seen it? Oh, dude, I love that you haven't seen it. Like I said, I love being the master of late to the game. People are like, really? You ain't seen that? I'm like, again, like a lot of these, even a lot of the Freddy movies, I haven't seen all of those. But dude, check it out. I love being late to stuff and see if you like both the characters. I can't see why you wouldn't love this movie. Some people had it like Mike and our thing. It was kind of low on a couple people. Most people had it mid or higher, but, that was so good. Still need to see it? Yeah, check it out, Tiana. Like I said, I just saw it for the first time just again this month. And it was good. I liked it. It was good. Let's see. Well, that just might be a part of my giveaway. Adrian, stay tuned. Oh, really? Look at that. Mike's giving away some maybe Freddy versus Jason. All hail the prince. Nice. Doing great. Says Mikey gets the royalty points for that opening line. Okay, so he likes Bounty chocolate. Cool. Sorry if it sucks. Great snacks. Halloween is M&M's. Yeah, man. M&M's always good. Mario, what is up, man? Everybody love Freddy. Yeah, Freddy's the best. We are about to get to Freddy full force. So stand by. Here we go. Mousetrap. Mousetrap, of course, the Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse finally got public domain. And we're not even going to talk a lot about this. This is a one-time watch, and it is garbage. I said I wasn't going to say that about anything, but look, it's super low budge. These kids did not know how to make a movie. The plot is ridiculous. The scares aren't even there. They didn't have the budget to do the kills. Like when they go, whooshink, they cut to the other person and the blood hits the other person. They go, and I'm like, and until the end, there's all their budget went into the CGI effect on the final kill, and it's not even that great. So yeah. All right, so that's super down low. Never Let Me Go. So that's the Halle Berry movie where you can't leave the house, and the kids, she has the two kids, and they got to wrap the rope around them, and if they let go of the rope whilst leaving the house, evil's gonna get you, bruh, and take you over and possess you. A lot of possession in this year. I'll be happy to get to some Christmas movies after this with all this darkness and some comedies. But yeah, I'm going to put Never Let Go in the, it's a good rental. It was worth seeing. Halle Berry's great. It was decent, but it's not something I need to own and won't watch it again. All right, now look, we have hit the slot, y'all, of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So let's go through it. And I love these posters. I love the poster art of this franchise, probably better than all horror franchises put together. Whoever the artist, I know Tim Talks probably knows the artist to all of these, but they are so specific to this franchise and they all look great. Whether I like the movie that much or not, all the posters look great. Now, First Nightmare on Elm Street. Come on, y'all. Let's not mess around. It's a masterpiece. It's so good. It's really good. I had such a good time. And it's funny because I watched it before the 4K came out. So now I want to give it another watch on 4K. The second movie did not thrill me. I thought it had some elements that were okay, but I thought it deviated from the franchise. So that's just going to be down here on a good rental. Definitely not, Mousetrap is holding that bar low, y'all, down there. So if anything else gets down there with Mousetrap, I really didn't care for it. Now we get into Dream Warriors. That's kind of a masterpiece. That was really good. I liked it. I liked that there was some sort of superhero element to Nightmare on Elm Street. So yeah, I thought that was kind of fun to amp it up a little bit, and the kills were really spectacular. Now, Dream Master, I'm going to put in the awesome category. Not quite for me. Like if I flipped a coin, 3 has a nudge just a little bit over that one. Now, Dream Child, I think, is also a drop down. So I think they kind of keep going down just a little bit. And then Freddy's Dead. Now, you guys know, right? I mean, it's in Dream Warriors, these kids have like superpowers. Then the Dream Master, Freddy's sort of taking over and showing them why he's the dude. And then Dream Child, it's like the Freddy child. It's kind of this weird mojo with the kid in there. 3 also has the lovely Patricia Arquette. She's fantastic. She's recast for the 4th movie, but that girl's fine too. And we get some good final girls in this franchise. Now, the new Nightmare. Where is my poster? Uh-oh, y'all. I don't know if it imported. Okay. So that was... Where's my Freddy's Dead? Okay. I may be missing my Freddy's Dead poster. I thought I had these all down here. So I will just tell you, New Nightmare. New Nightmare was interesting. I'm going to put that in the solid. That's sort of the meta one where it's a real life Heather Langenkamp and real life Robert Englund, but the mythos of Freddy is coming into the real world. That's kind of fascinating. That was fascinating. But just sort of pretend for me, Freddy's Dead is going to be down there in good rental. It'll be good rental. Now, joining Mousetrap is going to be the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Oh, I did not care for this at all. It was so slow and so boring. It was a snooze fest. What is it? Runa Mara? Is that the girl who was in that? I don't know. I just didn't think people were acting like they would act when there's a killer on the loose. A lot of whisper acting. I said this in Mike's thing. A lot of people, they whisper in this movie. I'm like, I am out. I am checked out with you now. You are not, your energy doesn't even know. So yeah, I never need to see that one again. You're down there with Mousetrap. Sorry, y'all, if you like the remake, but yeah. Now, also earlier, these are the 2 I saw, Drag Me to Hell, and this one, which is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I thought that was, I'm going to put pretty solid. That was a pretty solid movie. I liked it. It had a really good ending to it. It's an anthology, but it's not an anthology. It's sort of like these urban legends. Like each person, their kill is sort of based on an urban legend, right? And I kind of thought, I didn't know anything about this movie. So I thought the Scarecrow guy was kind of like the main thing. He looks great. By the way, Guillermo del Toro produces this, so you get lots of fantastic practical effects and makeup effects. And they just are stunning. So that is what really sells me on this thing. That's what makes it solid. Yeah, I'm going to keep it at solid. I don't know if you guys convince me if you think it's awesome, but I think it's a solid movie. Solid movie. Now, here's the next 2, the 2 Smile movies. So I feel like the 2 Smiles for me are pretty much the same level. Although I did like Smile 2 a little bit more. I will say it was a little bit better paced. I like the actress a little bit more in the second one, and the ending is pretty banging on that one. So, and again, these are like Final Destination. They get a curse put on them. You don't really know what the curse comes from. And then they have to pass on the curse a certain way so that it can continue. So I don't know how you would do a third one. If I'm not, no spoilers, if you haven't seen Smile 2, I don't really know what you could do to top that ending. It's almost like such a ludicrous ending. You're like, oh, well, this isn't going to go well. So I like that, you know. So I'm gonna put them both in the solid. But again, we're gonna order these on the rows once we're done. Speak No Evil. Saw that with our dude here, drawing a blank. You know the guy. That guy. Sorry. Help me out. What's his name? So Speak No Evil, I liked a lot. I did say in my review that I felt it was sort of ruined by the trailer for me, because I felt like the trailer gave away like the whole plot flow. James McAvoy, the whole plot flow. Thanks, Prince. But I still think it's an excellent movie. I'm gonna put it in the awesome category. I think it's an awesome movie. Tales of Halloween. Tales of Halloween was okay. I think there's a better one on this list that does the whole. This is an anthology version, but it felt to me like the anthology quality of that one was like made for TV, like the TV show Monsters or a Twilight Zone kind of thing. So it felt on that level to me. They weren't really like really pulling me in like something else I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to put that down here as a good rental. That was a good rental. Okay. And now here's where we divide, y'all. So a lot of people love this Terrifier franchise. I've never seen them ever, but I decided to go ahead and jump on the wagon, watch the first one because it was shorter. I don't care to see the second one because it's like, what, 2 hours, 15, 20, 30 minutes? Like, no, it's too long for this kind of movie. It just ain't my jam, y'all. It ain't my jam. It's going on the bottom down here. Terrifier. Nope. It is not a masterpiece. Nope. I respect it if you like that, but I'm sorry. It just, that sort of super gore is just not. I like movies that have something interesting going on. Like even the Jason movies, even though they are just complete slaughters, there's some sort of fun factor. And that's what I want to talk about after I place all these on here, is the fun factor about some of these movies and why a lot of these are great one-time watches for me, but I may not buy them and watch them again. But some like really blew me away and I can't wait to revisit them, such as Faculty. All right, a lot of you people talk about The Faculty, so I was excited to put The Faculty on here, and I'm just going to put it up here as a masterpiece. It was so much fun. This is what I like in a horror movie. Again, many of these horror movies, nothing is explained. That's fine. Just let it roll. You can't demand a definition as to why something is what it is. All you know is there's an alien on the planet. It's jumping into people's ears or their mouths, like that little creature from Star Trek 2, you know, the crawled into the ear, and Chekhov's like, nah, you know. So, and everyone becomes, you know, possessed by these little creatures. It was fun. I had an absolute blast watching The Faculty. It blew me away. It was tons of fun. Yeah, Happy, I think you're asking like too much gore for you. For Terrifier, absolutely. Yeah, just didn't need the sawing. I'll just say that. The sawing is just too much. Next up is The Hitcher. Now, The Hitcher, I'm gonna put in awesome. I know people were excited when that finally came around. It's good. It's good. I don't think it's masterpiece good, but it's awesome good, right? Like the performances are fantastic. The Rutger Hauer is stupendous as the foil in this thing. And C. Thomas Howell does a great job. Now, I also saw this thing that if you basically took Hot Tub Time Machine and spanked a little Michael Myers in there, that's right, you get Totally Killer, man. Totally Killer was a trip, and I had a good time with it. I'm gonna say Totally Killer is solid. Again, this girl, She goes back in time. I love how easy time machines are to make in these movies. They have to be so that you can have the movie. And you always have a super smart best friend that can make a time machine. I love it. Why not? It's in a photo booth for this one, right? So she goes back in time in a photo booth. And she has to get to her friends or these girls that she knows. It's her mother's friends and help them not be killed by this character. And things don't go as planned. I'll just say that. So yeah, I mean, check out Totally Killer. I had a good time with it. It's like an 80s vibe because when they go back in time, it is to the 80s. That's where her mom comes from. By the way, her mom is played by the lovely Julie Bowen from Modern Family. So good. Now we get to Trick or Treat. And may I just say, first time watch for me, and this little sucker goes up into the masterpiece. I loved Trick or Treat. That's the anthology to beat all anthologies when it comes to horror. That's why I put Tales of the Halloween down there, and I put Scary Stories a little bit lower as well, just because I think Trick or Treat, not that Scary Stories is really anthology, but because it's doing each kill is a different urban legend. I don't know. It's not really, but Tales of Halloween certainly is, and I think it's far superior. Far superior. It's so good. I love how they weave all their stories in and out. It's so good. Yeah. So I'm sure you've all seen Trick or Treat. What is your take on Trick or Treat? Is it the masterpiece to y'all as well, or is it just like solid? Is it awesome? Now, another really fun movie. I was on Tracy's channel, and we talked about Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I'd heard about this film. I'd never seen it. It's got Alan Tudyk. I brought Alan Tudyk up, and that made somebody say, "Oh, you've got to see. If you love him, see Tucker and Dale versus Evil." So I did, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome, and I'm putting it in the awesome category. It's basically all misunderstanding. Of course, they all think that these hillbillies, it's like Tucker and Dale are these two hillbillies. And this one girl she falls in the water, and they sort of fish her out, and they try to tell the friends, "Hey, we got your friend." And they freak out thinking they've kidnapped the friend. And so they sort of run away, and then they take her back and sort of nurse her back to health and treat her nicely, right? They're misunderstood. But then all these idiots come trying to get their friend back, and everything they do does not end well. is all I'll say. And I was just laughing so loud. I couldn't believe it. So Tucker and Dale is an awesome movie. And finally, we're cutting right to the chase here. I've mentioned this movie many times, saying how much I love creature features. In fact, I was telling my daughter about it, and she didn't even know the term creature features. I said, "Oh yeah, Faculty is a creature feature." And so is this one, which is Underwater with Kristen Stewart. And what's better than a creature feature? An underwater creature feature. And for me, this is a masterpiece. I think it is so underrated. No one talks about it. And this sucker gets going from the start. I mean, as soon as it comes on, Kristen Stewart's brushing her teeth, and then boom, something is hitting this underground, facility that she's in the water. And it's like, what the heck was that? Is it an earthquake? And it just never ever stops. It never stops. And the creatures are cool. And you got TJ Miller being a snarky dude like he always is. And I just love it. I couldn't wait to get that on Blu-ray. So stoked it's in here. So absolutely. All right. So that before we go reorder these, what do y'all think so far? Am I in anybody's wheelhouse? Or anything you're like, "Oh, heck no, Huck, that's not going to work." So what do we got here? Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, where are you? We're over here. There you go. Scooby and Shaggy. How's that, bud? Pretty good? I can't do Daphne and Velma. Fred's a little bit more, he's just normal. Of course, I don't have a normal voice, so I can't do that. All right. You don't have arrows, do you? They are really good, especially for the mint ones. I don't know. I will have to look at the name. Sounds familiar, but it's not. Now it's like when I go down the candy aisle, that's not popping into my head. Mousetrap so bad and sucks. Mario, you're so right. Dude, it's just not good. It's not good. It's in the stank tank. Should have just called that the stank tank down there. Hey there, come back. Welcome back, man. Eli, what up, yo? So, Eli, we're just going over all 31 movies that I've seen. I forgot one thumbnail. I don't even know. Hang on, it's probably, I don't want to mess this thing up, but let me just see. Maybe I forgot. Did I forget it? Hang on, I'm just going to check for y'all. Halloween posters, Freddy's 7, New Nightmare. Oh, yeah, sure as heck. I did. Freddy's Dead. I forgot the poster. You know, when you're trying to get all these, it's 31 posters, y'all. I was like going like crazy trying to find them. So, yeah, I missed the one poster. Hey, Eli, let's see. Everyone hit that like button. Please do. Let's get it. You know, I love them likes. Saying, hey, Adrian, question. I'm a scale of a 1 to 10. How scary is Nightmare on Elm Street? I've been tempted to watch it, but I'm a little worried that I might be too scared of it. Wow. I mean, it depends on what makes you scared. Like, because jump scares, like the Smile movies, that franchise is just nothing but jump scares. Like, that franchise is jump scares. There's not really a lot of kills in it, like a Friday the 13th or something. So I'd put it up there. What do y'all think? Maybe like an 8? Nightmare on Elm Street's maybe in that 8 category. Like, because I don't know if it's 10. I've seen so many movies now that, you know, you get desensitized. Like, what's scary? Is Terrifier 10 because it's so gross? Like, I don't even think it's scary. It's just gross. Like, it's too much for me. So you still need to see Smile. Yeah, dude, I just saw them for the first time. And they're good. They're good, solid movies. You agree, Mom Blu-ray? Yeah, 2 was better? Yeah, I think so. That ending, huh? Woohoo! That's a humdinger, as we like to say here on this channel. And I knew it was coming. I kind of saw it coming. I'm like, no. Are they going to? Yep. No spoilers, but Mama Blu-ray knows what we're talking about. Let's see. It's great and not that scary like hers. Yeah, you need to see. You need to see it. It's good. Yeah, James McAvoy. That's the dude. Hell no to Terrifier. Collector Movie Man, Terrifier. I will not watch. Yeah, I watched it so you don't have to. and some of it I watched like that because it's just not my jam. Yep, too much gore. I did like the Evil Dead Rise, but there was a story. Yeah, Terrifier might be too much of a gore. I mean, there really is no story. It's just some clown is on the loose and he's into killing. That's really it. I love Trick or Treat, Tiana. Yes. Yeah, that's my favorite new watch of the year. A lot of these are really good, but Trick or Treat was a treat. I'll just say. Underwater is so underrated, right? Right? We know. She does a great performance. She really does. Like Kristen Stewart, I'm not a Twilight fan, but man, she's so good in that movie. I need to watch Underworld. Yeah. With Kate Beckinsale. Do you like Fright Night, the old one and the new one? Mario, I've only seen the original. I haven't seen the new one yet. How's that? Is the new one hold up? Is it good? Is it better? Some people like the newer one better, but I think it depends on your age. Just for nostalgia, I'll probably still like the original Fright Night better. But thanks for putting that back on my radar. I'll definitely try to get to that. So, but yeah, y'all. All right, let's get to the reordering. We're almost done here. Like I said, this is super long. So let's just go to the bottom. Okay. So we're going to say the worst of the worst was Mousetrap. Nightmare is the least worst. Terrifier second worst. Just, I don't know why. Because there's actually kills in that. And Mousetrap is just, it's not even a real movie. Right? I mean, come on. Y'all know. It's just not a real movie. Now, The Good Rental. Let's see. I'll keep Never Let Go first. Then I'll put Tales of Halloween. And then The Nightmare Part 2. Because that's one there's like the bus scene at the beginning and the end. That's cool. But there's not a lot to revisit for me. Like, it breaks a lot of the rules. Freddy comes into the real world. And I don't know. Just not my jam. I know some people love it. Some people, for them, this is their Halloween 3 of the Freddy Krueger movies, but it's not mine. Now, here we go with the biggest row, and the biggest challenge is the solid. Solid, solid. Okay. What to start with? All right, you know what? I think we're gonna Mama Blu-ray. We're gonna put Smile 2 first. And I know it's tricky because some of these they're so different. Oh my goodness. Okay, I will. You know what? I'm actually going to leave Dracula Dead Loving It second because I did laugh a lot and it delivered nicely. House of Wax, I think I'm going to put third because the ending is so good. It really brings it on. Okay, then I'll do. I think I'll keep Drag Me to Hell there because that had some good quality Sam Raimi stuff. I'll move Lisa Frankenstein next and then keep Duel. But you know what? I like Totally Killer. I'm going to change it. I'm going to put Totally Killer here because again, I sort of like these fun horror movies, and Totally Killer is very much in that sort of fun realm. So nice and solid right in the middle. And then we'll go Duel just because it's more of a chase movie. And then the next two Krueger movies, Scary. Well, you know, I'm going to take the Scary Stories to Tell and put that maybe even before Duel. Because I did love the way it ended. I liked how it brought the stories back together. And the ending was interesting. And the creature designs. Oh, you know what? Creature designs, I'm going to move it up just one more tick because I love practical effects. I think there's one CGI character, but the other ones are all practical. And I just love that. So super good. And then let's see, the first Smile. Yeah, I'm going to move that too. Because it was good. Not as good as the second one, but there you go. Yeah, that's okay. All right, I'm stoked with that. What do y'all think? That's pretty good. Now to the awesome category where we have Abigail, It Follows, Friday the 13th, or Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Speak No Evil, The Hitcher. Wow, these are tough, y'all. This is gonna be hard. Oh man, I don't want to do this. Okay. So Abigail, I'm going to put over here on the end just because I know I need to rewatch it so I can hear everything, but I'm very confident that's a front of the line or top masterpiece thing once I really absorb the whole movie. Until I can do that, I'll put it on the end. It Follows, again, you know, we have a lot of it's sort of a borrowed story, little Final Destination wrapped in there. So I'm going to put Speak No Evil first because McAvoy was terrifying. And speaking of terrifying, we'll do The Hitcher second. Rutger Hauer, equally creepy. And then I think I'll keep It Follows next. Tucker and Dale was an absolute hoot and a good time. Wait, is that moving? There we go. And then I'll do Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Dream Master, and then Abigail. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. Mario, it bored you on that one? I can see how that would be. I don't know. I guess it was just the right one at the right time. Like I was kind of into that slow pace. I'm usually not a big slow pace guy. That's why I'm like Abigail kicks ass and this is good. And Tucker and Dale. But yeah, for that moment. And again, I was also trying not to get too jaded because it felt like a story, a little bit of a retread, but it was interesting enough for me. So I'll put it right in the middle, although I don't know, part of me wants Alan Tudyk to go a little higher. Let's do it. All right, Alan Tudyk, you're doing it because I love that dude so much. He's going to be third place. Then It Follows. All right, there we go. So second row, awesome. Speak No Evil, great movie. The Hitcher, awesome. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. It Follows, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, and Abigail, which I know has the potential to be another favorite of mine. Now we get to the masterpieces. Now, this is an interesting thing. So I'm going to rate these. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to rate these. And these aren't necessarily like, because I've seen Beetlejuice a lot and Addams Family a lot. So those are great. How am I going to do this, y'all? Okay. All right. I think I know what I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm going to put, just because of the the underrated nature of it, I'm actually going to put Underwater first. I'm going to put that first. And I know that sounds crazy, but pound for pound, minute for minute, that movie does not stop. Like Mario, you're saying, a little bit bored by that. Like, just I don't see how you could be bored watching Underwater. It just keeps going. It's so good. Next up, I'm putting my dudes, Freddy versus Jason. It's a masterpiece, y'all. Come on, the two titans. It's like a WWE match, fighting it out. So good. Then I think for nostalgia, I'm going to keep those two middle dudes right where they are. Addams Family and Beetlejuice in that order. I think Addams Family is wall to wall funnier than Beetlejuice, because you got to get you got to wait for Beetlejuice to show up to really get a lot of the comedy. Not all the time, but a good chunk of it. So I'm going to keep those there. Then, okay, this gets tough. All right, you know what though? I'm gonna split. See, this is when you do this. This is what happens. I'm gonna take Trick or Treat. It's like when you go to a party and you got to break up the couple because they won't stop sitting together. So you try to get them to like socialize with other people. We're gonna do that with Trick or Treat. I'm gonna put it between Mom and Dad, Addams Family, and Beetlejuice, because that was my new favorite film of this season. Definitely masterpiece right there, smack dab in the middle. Good stuff. And then I'm a sucker for creature features. So as iconic as Nightmare on Elm Street is, I'm going to put Faculty next, because I would rewatch that probably before putting back in those. But then which Nightmare on Elm Streets? And I'm going to go with, again, the fun factor. I love sort of that aspect of 3 being a little more fun than the first one. Like, in which one I put in and watch again. Maybe I'll keep it in this order because I have the 4K, I would probably put in the original and watch that one again before number 3, because I just watched number 3. I just watched all of them. So there it is. I think that's it, y'all. I think we've done it. Let's go in there and see what you think so far of this order. Let's just pop it up here. Take a look. What do you guys think? Yes, it does. Good one. Cool. You have to check it out. I didn't mind jump scares, but I'm not expecting it. Then I get uncomfortable. Yeah. Well, expect it in those movies. It follows bored you. Yep, got that. You like Scream, You're Next, Strangers, 2008, Sick, Get Out. These are good. U.S. Canada. Oh, are these all the ones that you watched during the season? Sign, Sixth Sense, Panic Room, Scream. Good, dude. That's a good collection. There's my list of movies that I watched. Yeah, there it is for the spooky season. Gotcha. My favorite new movie is Signs. See, it's always fun to find a new, fun favorite movie. I watched for the first time on HBO Max. We hit 13 likes. All right, cool. I'll take it, y'all. All right, so let's get back one more time and take a peek at how it all ended. So, going down the line, y'all. Here we go. Let's just start at the bottom so we end strong. At the bottom, backwards, the worst one is going to be Mousetrap, followed by Terrifier, and the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. The next row of good rentals had a good time. Not that great. Is going to be Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Also down here is Freddy's Dead. Sorry about that. I couldn't find I didn't get the poster. But Freddy's Dead, I would put that down there as well. Tales of Halloween, and then Never Let Go. Now, the top 3 are all spectacular. Solid row. At the back here, we got New Nightmare, Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Then you have Nightmare on Elm Street 5, Dream Child. Duel, followed by Smile. Totally Killer Man. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, followed by Lisa Frankenstein. Drag Me to Hell, House of Wax. Dracula Dead and Loving It. Who knew that was going to be so funny? And then Smile 2 has a crackling good ending. Next row is the awesome category with Abigail, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. Again, these are very small. I can't even read the things. Let's see. It Follows, Tucker and Dale versus Evil, The Hitcher, and Speak No Evil. And the top row, my masterpieces. I loved Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, and the original Nightmare on Elm Street, both fantastic, followed by Faculty, the original Beetlejuice, Trick or Treat, what a treat, The Addams Family, Freddy vs. Jason, and the one everybody needs to check out, Underwater, starring Kristen Davis. There you go, guys. That is my ranking of all 31 movies that I watched during the month of Halloween, man. So let me know in the comments below when this is done what you thought of the ranking. If you'd rearrange things, move things, or tell me what your movies were, just like Collector Movie Man did. What you watched for the spooky season. I will say, whew, I'm almost tapped out, y'all. I'm tapped out. I've been watching them in the theater. I've been watching them at home. I'm ready for some lighter fare and start having a much lighter time with my movies. And some of those actually helped with that. You know, seeing Addams Family the other night, starting to put me in a brighter mood. So, of course, I trashed all that with Drag Me to Hell today, but there you go. All right, let's check out. We have one last thing. It says, Huck, question, can you do this ranking on your phone? I've never, honestly, this would be so tiny on my phone. I guess you could, but how could you? I mean, like, I'm literally using two screens, like two computers to like, I'm here, right? And then on this screen, I've got the tier maker. That's the only way I could do this. I couldn't. If you're just doing it by yourself, by the way, when I'm done here, I will reset the template back to 0 if you want, so that you can also take this tier yourself and do the ordering your own way. I would be very fascinated to know how you rank the same movies that I have. And if you haven't seen them, maybe just dump the ones you haven't seen into the one-time watch. That's fine. But I will do that. When it's all done, I will leave it in the description. So when we're done here, look in the description. I'll get the URL for the tier so you guys can play along at home. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight, man. Thank you all for popping in here. I know it's super last minute, but you know, I just wanted to do this ranking and as sort of a way of going, you know, well done, Huck. Halloween's all done. And then tomorrow night, it's not on this list, but Abbott and Costello Meets Frankenstein. That's the one I play every Halloween. So when the little children come up, it's a little spooky because it's got Frankenstein and Dracula, but it's funny because you got Abbott and Costello on there as well. So yeah, that's going to do it. So let me just slap up my little Happy Halloween sign. Didn't have time to put music and effects to it, but thank you all for checking out my tier list of my 31 movies of the spooky season. Till next year, Happy Halloween!